And now I'm going to introduce Maurice Port. Hi, Maurice. How you doing?
Fine, so.
Okay. You can have a seat.
Oh.
Maurice, I'm going to ask you a few questions about your experience through Project Forever Striving. When did you come to Project Forever Striving?
Let's see, 6 weeks short of it, 3 years, so that would have been September 19th, 2009.
Okay. And why did you come to Project Forever Striving?
I was a brother that was truly in need of a better way. You know, drugs and alcohol, distorted thinking, had took my life to a new level. They talk about in recovery, a person will not truly recover until they make complete surrender. Until then, they hit bottom, and it usually takes a bottom for a person to even seek help. Well, my situation was such that I became a bouncing ball, you know, and I had many times tried, you know, a lot of times would have this serious mindset to get clean, but I always would stumble over myself, you know. So I came here and I decided, really at the time, know it would be any different. I just know I needed help. You know, it starts affecting how you're living and where you're living, if you can even live at all. So I sought help, and God led me to Project Forever Striving.
Okay. And you have 3 years, going up on 3 years clean.
Yes.
Congratulations
Thank
to
you so
you.
much.
What would you say was different about your experience this time? You know, I'm sure you've gone through the process before, but what was different about this time?
You know, that's a good question, because sometimes I honestly ask myself, and the only thing that I can truly come up with, besides I was sick and tired of getting, and I was getting older, all that big, it was once and for all truly understanding the value of recovery, becoming more willing to participate in my own recovery, and understanding by helping others that were suffering the same way I was, as long as I could stay clean and help others, that I was truly helping my own process. And I think that's one thing that I truly did different this time around, that as I try to figure out what really was different, that's the one thing that sticks out. That's the one thing that sticks out.
I know throughout the process you became the house manager of one of the houses, and you had a lot of responsibility, and you had some challenges as well with dealing with the different participants in the program. And we had a few discussions just to keep you encouraged that just extend your hand for help, and the help will come right back to you. And you took those words and you utilized them to the best of your ability, and I'm very proud of you. Where are you at today in your life?
Okay. Today, I'm able to, for the first time in many years, be responsible for myself. You know, I take, for example, being able to pay my rent and not falling so far behind and having a cloud over my head. This is the first time, probably in about 15, 20 years, where I've been able to stay at one point such a long time and be responsible. Going to work, being responsible, being in my right mind, and still being in a position to help others who are suffering just like me. You know, I'm a certified peer specialist, and I work for one of the local agencies in the area.
What agency is that?
It's Catch Incorporated.
Okay,
Right.
congratulations.
Right. And so, you know, basically, I would say I'm at a state now where I can do what's always required in recovery, and that's to be able to face life's challenges on a daily basis, and being just more responsible for myself. And it's a great feeling. It's a very great feeling.
Would you explain to us how did you become employed, the process of your becoming a peer specialist, and how did you gain your employment through Catch?
Good question. The process that I first had to undertake to become a peer specialist was first and foremost to stay clean, to become a role model for the recovering community. It started in Project Forever Striving. the numerous amount of gentlemen that I came in contact with as a house manager. My outpatient time, I was able to get involved in the community council where I served as president.
What outpatient is that?
New Stop,
Okay.
Southwest New Stop, sorry
Okay.
about that, right. So I served there, I believe, for three to 4 months as a president, and later as a peer specialist there for around 5 months. And then that just set me up to continue to want to learn more about my own recovery and how I could be of more service to others in their recovery. And it was suggested or recommended by the staff at New Stop that I should inquire about that, which I did. Went down to through CBH, enrolled in their peer specialist program. I was afforded the opportunity to have an interview. I interviewed well. Second time, I almost gave up, but they let me know that while I was a strong candidate, that there was some people at the time that were stronger, and that I stayed with it. I continued to learn more about my recovery, took a couple other courses that they recommended I take, and then the next time around I was accepted. From that point to a open forum, lack of a better word, where there were employers of the area and that for the graduation services, and I was able to interview with several of them, and Catch was the most interested at the time, and I've been working there now for the past 16 months.
Congratulations. I heard you mention that you were about to give up. What stopped you from giving up?
Basically, I really felt that this is something that would help me further in my recovery, and something that I felt like I would be good at and would be able to help a lot of people. And so I didn't take it personally, because at first, I guess, being in recovery and being in active addiction so long, it was easy to feel rejected. You felt like it just wasn't good enough, So I had to deal with those feelings. And since it was something that I really thought I would be good at, and I was received encouragement from my sister as well, and you were very instrumental in having me stick with the process. So that was basically what kept me from giving up. Because at that time I was like, maybe I'll just do something else, And which probably wouldn't have, I would probably still been all right, but I think my recovery, my process is more in line with my higher power, my God, would have me doing at this particular time in my life.
What is the longest length of clean time you've ever had?
Prior to now,
Yes.
8 months, when I first got familiar with the recovery process back in 1999. I thought it was going to be easy. I had 8, 9 months, but crashed. Like I said, I've been a bouncing ball ever since. It was never able.
So the answer to the question is, this is the longest.
This is the longest.
Length
This
of
by far the longest time. Right.
Okay. You mentioned being able to pay your rent, so that means that you are independently living now.
Yes.
And who is it, or who is it that you rent from today?
Right from you.
All right. Thank you. I'm very proud of you. It's been an honor. You've helped me in a lot of ways, and God bless you.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you too.